So just for a moment, let's talk about what you all think about social media and how it's being used both to propel and hinder activism, important activism right now.
It's a part of social media that I dislike. It's a part of it that I dislike, but it's a part of it that I love, because now we do have the ability now to be able to speak our minds and be our true self. I go back to Craig Hodges. I go back to Chris Jackson, who changed his name later to Abdul Rauf, right? Those guys' careers ended because of them speaking out, right? No, at that time no one wanted an athlete to talk about politics. Right. Nobody wanted an athlete to speak their truth. Obviously, we see it with Kaepernick as well. But to have the ability, to have the platform, to be able to speak out on certain things, I don't look at myself as an activist. I look at myself as somebody who's woke. I look at myself as somebody who's involved in the community and understand that I am the voice for my community.
What are some of the things that we can focus on looking forward? What can we tell people at home who are watching, who may not have the same platforms, but their voices and their actions matter just as much?
For me, I think moving forward, we try to do it all by ourselves at times, but as much as we can get other people together and find out what ideas they have and collaborate and make this thing larger, it always helps.
I definitely agree with CP, and same thing I would have said is strength in numbers, you know, and we definitely, as individuals, as athletes, we all have our individual foundations, right? And we all do things in our communities, but the more we can come together. When CP called me, I'm there, because I know that, you know, his voice is powerful and mine together with his is even more powerful, and so forth and so on. Having support from the Kellogg Foundation is big for us, so we can go out and continue to do things in the community. So, you know, like CP said, it's ways that you can, if you don't have this platform, if you don't have the visibility, it's a lot of things that people are doing in the community. It's a lot of groups in the community are doing positive things. It's ways that you can still be a part of it and still give back. You just gotta go out and find it, go out and search for it. It's there for you.
LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
Do you all have any issues or concerns at all about how you're using your platform and whether or not you'll be attacked from someone with such a powerful platform?
I don't. I don't look at it that way. I love the fact that if someone can say something to you, you can say something back, right? So I love the fact when I woke up from my nap and LeBron James called the president a bum. Yeah. I love the fact that he can do that. Yeah. This is the world we live in. This is what he felt. You know, that Steph Curry can come out and say what he wants to say, whether it's using the media, the microphone that's in front of your face, or whether it's using your thumbs to type it. I love the fact that you can have this voice and you can express yourself, and it's all good.
What are some of the most tangible, specific actions you're taking right now to not only combat racism, systemic oppression, but also anything else that you're doing to just make the world better?
So in our Spotlight On campaign in Chicago, there was a kid named Tabuka Evans. He's a kid who is homeless, but he's just one of them kids that when you talk to him, you got inspired by his knowledge of the world, his knowledge of like who he wanted to become, and it's like he already knew, like, I'm going to be this and I want to be this, but not having the resources and opportunity. So with our resources and opportunity, I got a chance to bring him to China and give him opportunity to sit in our design sessions, get him opportunity to sit at the table next to me and have feedback on the things that has been designed for me, give him opportunity to just go around the world with me. And I thought it was something that was very impactful for him. The letter that he left me, you know, after that, I can tell that this is something that has changed his outlook on not only life, but on people that, you know, he probably lost hope in people. And I felt like he picked that hope back up that someone really believes in.
I love that. One of the other things your foundation is doing is Pitch Black, which was a partnership with Harvard Business School. And I love that it's in response to all of the folks that talk about black-on-black crime in Chicago. You responded in a very impactful way that's solutions-oriented, Talk a little bit about Pitch Black and the importance of that work in Chicago.
Angela, that's just what it is. It's all about solutions. You know, we can all talk about things, but we don't have solutions for them, then, you know, it's no point. So I have an unbelievable relationship with Harvard and Harvard Business School, and got an opportunity to sit down with the African-American student body and talk about ways that we can bring different programmings. What can we bring to Chicago to kind of help the epidemic of violence that we're dealing with? And I thought it was great that our kids got opportunity from the Waysworth Foundation to go up there and really talk to the Pitch Black group about the city of Chicago, about the way they're growing up, about how they're growing up. And it wasn't just people from Harvard coming in giving us ideas. It was the kids going down there and say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what this is what my brother, my sister, my cousin, this is what we see. And hopefully we can make a bigger difference in Chicago because of it.
I encourage everyone to talk to these students to see how we all can work